Hey there folks, so in this video what we're going to have a look at is how we can use level instances in order to make some kind of prefabricated and reusable modular elements to our level. So the thing I'm looking at here is I've got this prototype pack from Synty. You've seen it in some of my other level design videos, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically look at taking some elements of this and putting them together as prefab elements with level instances that we can reuse over and over and over again. Because I like this walkway here, but I really wouldn't want to have to go and place out every single piece of this, every single one of the barriers, every single one of the poles. So the first thing that we're going to want to do then is we're going to actually want to select the individual meshes and the individual actors that we want to make as part of this level instance. Now, I could go through here and I could select each one of these, hold control, but I have just ahead of time gone through and taken all of these elements. So you can see I've put them in just into a folder here. And this gives me the ability to basically just select them really quickly for you. So you can see that's the walkway there. When you've got all those elements selected, you can right click it and you've then got this option here, level, and we've got create level instance and create packed level actor. We'll go through what packed level actors are in a different video, but we're going to create a level instance at this point. It's going to bring up this option here that asks us what do we want to actually be doing with this. And the main one just to think about here is this pivot type. We've got the option for center min Z. Center min Z means that the pivot point for this is going to be at the center of all of the selections at the minimum Z height position, which is probably, with the options that I've got here, it's probably going to be around here on the floor. So you can see there where the mouse is. We've also got the option of center, and center is obviously going to be at the center of all of these. So it's probably, again, going to be not quite where the walkway is, but it's going to be over in this middle area, which is great for things that aren't going to be placed on the floor. If you're going to be placing this on the floor, maybe go for min Z, so you've always got the pivot point placed at the floor level. Actors useful because it asks us which one of these actors would we like to use as the pivot. So here again, if I've got something that's very centralized that everything else is being placed around, maybe it's a building and I want to use the bottom of something, I can use that and I can choose. Now you can see here, this is everything else in the scene. It's not just the ones I've got selected. So the pivot actor could be anything else from here. So just be careful with that one. Make sure that you're actually getting the one that you need. And then the last one here is world origin, which is obviously where 000 is in this world, which is fine if you are working in a test level and you've built your level instance manually yourself with the world origin at 000 in the middle of that one, or if you're using it as part of a bigger scene that's going to be put together. Here, I have no idea where that 000 is going to be, so it's going to cause me problems. So I'm going to go with center min Z. Press OK. And it's going to ask me where I want to save these things. Let's just go in, I'll put it in the content browser for now, and I'm going to go level instance, so li underscore, and we'll call this one walkway. And that should save and everything's fine. Okay, now I'm just going to go into another map that I've been using. And in this map, what we're going to do is actually bring in that level instance. So now here you can see that the level exists as a level file. And I can take this and I can drag it in. And there you go. Everything that we just had selected is now all part of that. And you can see there in the middle of everything at the minimum Z, that is where the pivot of that is. Now that's great because it means that now, rather than having to build that multiple times, I can drag out a second one of it and I place it alongside and then drag out another one of those. So think about, if you've got something that's maybe bridges or things that are made of lots and lots of different individual pieces, you can put those together and create a level instance of it. Now, what if you decide that actually I don't want two ladders on this? If I do that and I keep putting them alongside each other, I get double ladders. So what I could do is I can right click it, and now I've got the option here for edit the actual walkway. See there, the hotkey is Control E. If I press that, what you're going to see is that it's actually going to now grey out everything else and only show me the things that are inside of that level. So you can see here I'm inside of this level here. Now that's great because I can come in here and I can make individual changes. So there, I'm going to remove that element. So I can also add new elements into there. Not just adding elements, I could add in all sorts of different actors. So you can see here I can add a light actor. Yeah, because a level instance can be any combination of things. It doesn't have to be just a static mesh. Now, once that is done, I've got options for exiting here. I can press escape and exit out, and it'll ask me, are you sure you've got some unsaved changes? Would you like to discard them? So do we want to save them? Yes, we do. And notice that now when that's done, every single one of those level instances has now updated. So the ladder has been removed from every single one of them. The light is available on every single one of them. So that's something just to think about. They're not individual elements. They are going to be one repeated instance over and over and over again. And again, yeah, if you go in there and you make a change, so I'll go in here, set this to movable because I'll be using lumen, and set it to use red light maybe, and exit back out again. Do I want to save the changes? Yes, I do. And now that's gone through for every single one. Okay, so the last little thing that you might want to do with these is, let's say that you do want to have something completely custom and you want to have this one be changed. You have always got the option to also break apart this level. So we can go here to where it says level. We've got the edit option, which is basically what we're getting up here. But we've also got the option here to break. We can keep any of the folders that we've set up into here. We can break it apart into individual bits. I'm just going to click on break level instance. Are you sure you want to do this? No, this cannot be undone. That means that if I break these apart, I won't be able to recombine them back into the existing level instance again. So I break that apart, and now each one of these is a separate thing. This one here is still a separate level instance. You can see there, one group level instance, but this one here has been broken apart, which means obviously now I can go in here and make individual changes to this one. So that's got a pink light rather than the red. The other thing as well is that that one still exists in the content browser. It hasn't gone anywhere. So you can keep on reusing it if you want to bring in another one. You can still do that. But just be aware that you can break them apart to make individual changes. And if you place them all out, you might do this to really quickly block out a level and then break them all apart to make individual changes and personalize those bits of a level. Okay, so that is our level instance. It gives us a lot of ability to make modular pieces, very similar to Unity with things like prefabs. We can make a combination of assets that we can reuse as often as we want. We can put as many things in here as we need. We can put lights, we can put particles, we can put static meshes, anything that you want, put it inside of that level, and then you can drag and reuse that as much as you need. Thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed this video, then please consider subscribing to access more of my Unreal Engine content.